Yo, they so knew what they were doing with this angle right here, man. Today we are going to be showcasing the new MIRKO. Oh my goodness. If for nothing else, the screensaver's sick, right? So we're going to be trying her out in Ultra Arena. We're going to be seeing how she performs in PvP. And honestly, after my initial testing, I still kind of feel the way I felt when I read her kit the first time. She is a character who I think actually is very good as a general pool unit, but she's only good at level 130 because she is a tank DPS, right? And if she's not level 130, she doesn't tank well enough to be able to do the DPS that you want her to do. She becomes a much stronger DPS after turn 6. Very good character overall for single target damage and stuff like that. Multi-hit attacks are very strong, but we'll get into it. We'll talk about her kit. We'll take a look at her in PvP and just see how she performs overall. All right, so to start out, we are running her on Team Mommy. This team, I love that I can do this team. This makes me so happy. We got the new Mount Lady, we got the new Lady Nagant, and we got the new MIRKO. So all of them working in tandem together. It's going to be pretty interesting. I'm going to explain MIRKO's kit as we go through the actual PvP match. However, I am going to go over her auto skills first, just because I feel like it's easier to go over the auto skills on this menu. So her auto skill 1, Enduring Fighting Spirit, gives character Piercing Shot for 2 turns after receiving HP Restoration 2 times. So this counts if another character heals her, or a recollection, that's JJK, memory heals her, or if she heals herself in any way somehow. And then after character attacks an opponent 1 time while they have Piercing Shot, increases character's power by 20% for 3 turns and gives character the ability to make a last stand 2 times. The last stand is good, it's not super crazy. And then starting from the 6th turn from the start of battle, this is where she gets really good. She is able to then restore her own HP, which means she's gonna get the Piercing Shot whenever she does that by 20% relative to the damage dealt, and gives character the ability to nullify status elements. So nullifying status elements, having Piercing Shot, having last stands, all of that good stuff. Very, very good. And then her auto skill 2, Courage, gives character the ability to draw aggro when character is making a last stand, and then decreases power of all opponents by 10% when character is making a last stand. After character receives 1 attack from an opponent with power down, restores character's HP by 5% and cancels one of the character's temporary status elements. After 3 turns pass while character is making a last stand, restores character's HP by 30%. So a lot of healing for this character, and you'll see that kind of come into play as we go through these matches. Now, honestly, looking at the team we're up against, I don't think I have a chance. Roughly the same battle power though, but I really, really like the pro hero team, the male pro hero team. If there's a male pro hero team, this is the female pro hero team, I would say, even though I called it the mommy team. But I feel like the male pro hero team just claps, like in general. It's just not even just this team, but like a lot of teams. Like that team is very, very good, very fun to run. We'll see how this team goes. So the interesting thing about this team is Mount Lady can give Calm Mind. Calm Mind reduces the effectiveness of Piercing Shot, which is interesting, so just something to think about. But she also decreases the power of all opponents by 20% for 2 turns. Remember, when MIRKO gets attacked by opponents with power down, it actually helps her out, which is interesting. And so we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna do the AoE right here, which is going to make the opponents vulnerable for 2 turns and decrease their speed. So if we are slower, maybe we'll be faster next turn. And then we want to use skill 1 with MIRKO here. Deals 400% damage to a single opponent and decreases a single opponent's power by 5% for 10 turns. Decreases defense of a single opponent with 5 or more temporary power down effects by 10% for 3 turns. So we want to get as many temporary power down effects on the enemies as possible. So the fact that Mount Lady can do power down is helpful. I think she can also, Nagant can also do power down as well. So that's all 3 characters can do power down. That's actually going to help MIRKO in the long run, which is pretty nice. We are slower, which doesn't really surprise me because, you know, Hawks is fast. Quite honestly, I'm going to say we're probably going to lose this, but we'll see. We do have Calm Mind on all of our characters here at the start, I believe. So yeah, there's Calm Mind. When taking or dealing damage with Piercing Shot, reduces the effectiveness of damage reduction ignored by 75%. So keep in mind that also applies to MIRKO when she has 75%. So I don't know that it's the best team, but I don't know. It's felt okay to me. It's felt like it's had some success, so we'll see. I don't think the 10% speed reduction that Nagant's going to give is going to be enough to actually make a difference, but we'll see. Alright, those two AoEs to start it off were pretty solid. Not a whole lot of damage, obviously, coming from them, but we were able to get rid of Hawks' evasions. Now, are we faster? We are not. So Hawks is still going to draw aggro. Kind of annoying, but we'll be okay. Honestly, we just need to make it to turn 6, which I think this team has the potential to do. Aizawa does give Piercing Shot here, which is a bit rough, but honestly, we're fine, right? Because of Calm Mind. So we don't have to worry as much against this team comp having Mount Lady on the team, which is something to take into consideration. Now we did not get our plus Ultra Gauge. Ugh, that's annoying, right? Whereas they have theirs. Okay, so this is happening. And actually Mirko isn't drawing aggro because she doesn't have last stands yet, so that's rough. Okay. Only it works out a little bit better, but that's alright. All the evasions are really messing us up. Okay, let's go like this. We're gonna be slower again, man. We're so in trouble. Alright, Midnight's dead. Mirko's almost dead. Dude, Mirko needs Bullseye. That's what she needs. Alright, so she's fine. Do we have last stand still? I don't think we do. We do. We have 2 last stands and we have aggro. Okay, we're relatively okay, maybe? I don't know. I don't know at this point. Yeah, we go like this, right? Yeah, this will work. Decent damage, right? Like, the multi-hit attack is actually really good. Alright, does this hit? This hits Mirko, brings her down to, like, no health, right? But she had that last stand, now she dies. Okay, so, yeah, like I said, we were probably going to lose that match. I don't think Team Mommy stands a chance against that team, but it was worth a shot. We'll take on a more doable team now. Alright, so that last match was a little bit rough. I think this one hopefully will go a little bit better. Still pretty good characters we're going against, so I feel like it'll still be alright. And we're actually faster. That's going to make a big difference for us this time. So we can't target these two, right? As you can see, tapping them, we have to target... Oh, wait, what? Okay, Bakugo hides. Todoroki, I don't even want to remember the kits. Anyways, okay, whatever, it doesn't matter. It'll target who it targets. Okay, power down on Bakugo. He's powered down quite a bit. That's good. They are all targeting the Gaunt, which is a little bit annoying to say the least. And we need the AoEs really to hit Mirko, but should be okay. We still can't target anybody. And he dodged those, of course. We dodged that one. There we go. Now we got the aggro. Okay, beautiful. And everybody's healed up, so we're good. Let's go ahead and do all of our plus ultras. We'll slow it down this time. Watch Mirko's plus ultra through. And we'll watch Nagant's too. We'll watch all 3 of them. Why not? I actually like all 3 of these. All of them being relatively newer. You may not have seen them before. Nagant's is pretty good. Not a whole lot of damage, though. The bullseye is her main thing. Alright, Mirko should probably do a decent amount, actually. I wish you fire the gun, dude. The gun is literally just for show on this, and that's the part that annoys me. Okay, we did get a kill there. And then we have Mount Lady. Mount Lady is an AoE, doesn't do a whole lot of damage either. Mount Lady still might be the best, honestly. Okay, so they're all dead. Beautiful. We can skip Todoroki's, or they're not all dead, but we killed Bakugo. Bakugo's dead. They're all dead with their plus ultras. Beautiful. There we go. I don't know what I'm saying, man. It's been a long day. Sorry, guys. Alright, AoE, and then skill 1. Remember, this is still going to decrease power. Decreases defense if they have 5 temporary power down effects. And then remember, skill 2 increases her own defense, which is going to be helpful, and plus ultra gauge, and increases character's plus ultra gauge by 20% when HP is below 50%. It increases this skill impact by 45% when character is making a last stand, which he is most of the time, pretty much. Does anybody even have power down effects? This is the problem. You need 5 more temporary power down effects. Temporary being the key word. So he's just powered down by 10% right there. What about Todoroki? Todoroki has been out since earlier in the battle. He has 1 power down. Yeah, so like, I don't know. It does say temporary, right? Decreases defense of a single opponent with 5 or more temporary power down effects. Yeah. So, I mean, meh. Dang, you can't tell me that damage though. The multi-hit isn't like good. That's pretty good. I was actually surprised the first time I used her, like by how much damage that was. And yes, she takes a decent amount of damage, right? But look at the healing, and right here she's gonna give herself even more defense and be more tanky after doing this skill right here. So this is good. And dead. And you can see she's healing as she's getting hit. Like, after a certain point, she's just absolutely insane. And now we've hit turn 6. I would say turn 6, she just becomes a monster. This is where she becomes really, really good. 62,000 from the Gaunt's. 89,000. Nice. Yep. So that one went a little bit better. Still pretty decent characters. They were lower in battle power than us though, so we need to take on a team that is going to be not too hard, but also have a decent amount of battle power and not like I could take this team right here definitely and probably win. I don't want to take that team on because yes, they have 513,000 battle power, but I would argue their team build is not the most optimal. The nice thing about being in the lower ranks is I can find teams of all sorts and sizes and different types. If you're in the legend rank, you're just seeing the same team over and over again. It gets a bit annoying, a bit boring. Ooh, I really would like to take on that middle team right there, but not quite a high enough battle power there for me. I see a 531,000. There's no chance we kill that one. No chance. The 427, I mean, maybe I think we're going to run into the same problem with Hawks, but I feel like these characters aren't going to be as good, maybe? I think I'm still asking to lose this one. I think I'm still going to have a rough time. Hawks just, it doesn't matter what team you put Hawks on. Hawks being Hawks is annoying, to say the least. Unless you're running like a counter character to him, which in this case, I'm really not. I mean, I guess Nagant with the bullseye, but still, like, it's not that crazy. Are we faster? Probably not. Ooh, we actually are. Okay, that might make a difference. All right. See how much little damage we did to Hawks even though we had the bullseye? Like, we did nothing. It's absolutely crazy. Alright, so remember, we do have Calm Mind, so the piercing shot from Deku does do less, but that doesn't mean that it's not still scary. I think we gotta kill Deku first, as much as I would like to kill Uraraka. Now if they could just target, target Mirko, please. Beautiful. Alright, and you can see the piercing shot, Calm Mind, all those buffs on Mirko. But it's good now she's drawing aggro, so that'll be helpful. We'll go ahead and do all of our plus ultras right here. We'll try to go for Deku. Okay, not a whole lot of damage coming in, right? That's okay though. How much does this do? Still does that much even though we had Calm Mind, man? That's crazy. Okay, Mirko's dead right here. This is where the 2 last stands sucks. Okay, it needs to be more than 2. It needs to be enough to survive the auto skills at the end. It needs to be, if it was 3 last stands. 3 last stands, no, it'd have to be 4. 3 or 4 last stands, it'd be a whole lot better, man. So this is what I'm talking about. This is why you need her 130, because if she was 130, she would have a bigger HP pool, she would have more survivability. With the 2 last stands the way it is right now, it's nearly impossible to use her as a good, effective tank in the game, in my opinion. Granted, I'm not running her on the best team. I don't want to run the character with the most meta characters, though, because I want to see what she can do on her own, right? So that's kind of why I'm running this team. Also, Team Mommy, I couldn't pass it up. It was just fun to run this team, but we'll forfeit that match. We'll try taking on one more, but like damage-wise, she surprised me. Tank-wise, I feel like she needs to be level 130. Like, she could be a really good tank, but I have not been impressed with her tanking up to this point. Yo, let's get clapped by All For One. I'm not winning this one either. Like, just straight up, this team doesn't do enough damage. They're level 100, right? But might as well give it a shot. I don't know, maybe we can win, but I actually like the new All For One. His AoE is really good. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. The evasion that Deku's going to give and stuff is going to be annoying. It's going to be hard to get around Aizawa. We are slower on top of all of that. They have higher battle power. Just a whole list of reasons we're going to lose, right? You can look at these and know you're going to lose before you even take them on. And lower battle power doesn't always mean you're going to lose, right? But in this case, everything's working against me. Oh man, I really need a MIRKO to draw aggro. Oh, we are faster now though, that's good. That lowering of speed made a difference. Okay, pretty good damage there. Beautiful. Now MIRKO's drawing aggro, that gives Nagant a chance to heal back up. Notice Nagant was pretty low, so that was scary for a second, but hopefully this will go alright. We have to kill Aizawa. There's like literally no other choice, but I don't think we do enough damage. That's the problem. We need our plus ultra turns to do more damage, and we're just not getting that out of these characters. Survived to turn 6. I think MIRKO becomes much better, but like it's hard. She should restore some damage right here. Oh, he dodged it! No! The dodge is what ruins the character. If people weren't dodging, right, we do more damage, we heal off the damage we do. That's the problem. That's the problem! No! Oh, why did he have to dodge, man, from the Deku? Okay. Yeah, so take on teams without dodge, it goes better. One more match. We're gonna take on a team that's not gonna give them a bunch of dodge, and we should be able to heal off damage dealt, right? So, yep. I like it. This Dabi's gonna live forever. Screw it. This is a interesting team build that they have going on here, but it should be fun. I mean, Deku's gonna. I think you have to still kill Deku. If we have any chance of this foe, 100% has to go first. I don't think we get him first, but we have to try. What an interesting team. Oof. A lot of piercing shot, a lot of damage there. I can only hope we slowed them down enough to get the priority next turn. And we did, okay. Deku needs to die. Oh, I guess we do use the gun a little bit right there. I didn't even notice we used the gun. I thought we didn't, but I guess it happens in that skill. I didn't even notice. This whole time I thought it was just kicking. The animation is so fast. I could slow it down, then I would see it. I'm just dumb. Alright, all of our plus ultras here. He needs to die this turn, right? I think he will. Okay, good. Cool. Alright, that's out of the way. I don't really want to go after Dabi because, like, we're not killing him anyways, but whatever. Yeah, he's just going to keep plus ultraing. We need to get rid of his last stands, really? I don't know. How fast can MIRKO get rid of last stands? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Where are they? He should have 10. Yeah, he has 10. Okay. Let's do it. Let's see how this goes. Dead. Okay, jeez. Between Nagant and MIRKO, man, just melted those last stands. Holy crap. Okay, so good for that. Alright, we finally found a team that MIRKO is effective against. They just need to not have evasion. That's the trick. So when they have evasion, we are not able to heal. That's the big problem. So, if I could give you any advice for using this character, try to take on teams that aren't going to have a ton of evasion. That's what it seems like. Alright, all of our plus ultras here. Okay, pretty good. Breast is dead, beautiful. Alright, Toga, you need to die, please. Dude, that Toga's so good. Honestly, I really like that Toga. Look at the healing, the damage, the multi-hit attacks, the evasion. Like, she has a lot going for her. Honestly, maybe one of the best villains in the game. Like, top 3, probably, in my opinion. Like, the new Shigaraki, Compress. I guess Redestro's up there. Toga. I don't know. It's hard to say who's going to be better out of them, but I really like that Toga. She's actually pretty good. But anyways, Let's take a look at the damage there, see what Mirko did. We haven't really looked at damage so far. So not a ton of damage, right? Like more, it's kind of one of those weird characters. She's a damage tank. I wouldn't say she excels at either of those things, at least right now at level 100, but maybe at level 130 she's a little bit better. Let me know if you got her 130 and if you think she's better at level 130. But yeah, this was definitely a bait character for people that like Mirko, and we have the anniversary coming up, so those characters will be better. If you guys enjoyed the video, please consider going down there, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, and thank you guys so much for watching and supporting the channel. Peace.